Hello everybody. Just a post note. I'm recording this after I've already recorded everything else. Stick around to the end of the video if you want to read the Bible with me. I start chapter 3, which is just it's just one page, not too much of a video. Read it, do a little bit of talking. I think I'm gonna start going over my thoughts on everything whenever I get through the chapter. But yeah, if you're into that, it's an honorance of Charlie Kirk. I'll say that in the up ahead. Yeah, if you're into that, just go ahead, stick around for that. Thanks. Okay. Hello, YouTube. It is Mr. Bonjangle again. I am just getting home from work, tired. But the other day I did see this article. I saw a couple of articles. This one as well as one about Theo Von. I just gotta say, why are these guys who are so propped up by conservatives and other people, why are they such pussies? A free speech warning to MAGA. What warning? How are they warning us about this shit when it's already happening? Joe Rogan, I don't know what's up with that dude. I like him, but he's such a pussy. And Theo Von, he just, he didn't like, oh, not found. Did they get rid of it? Hold on a second. Did he get rid of it? Found. He had a comment. He didn't like that they were using his own words. And at one point it's like, yeah, I get it. Hey, I don't like you taking my clip and using it. But then again, stay true to your word, Theo. Don't be a pussy. Alright? You did say that. You did put it on the internet. It is open to everybody. So when somebody else uses it or quotes you saying it, oh fucking well, dude. I gotta stop cussing because I know I'm probably gonna get, like, put down in the algorithm or something for all my cussing. But Joe Rogan, dude. Where does it say that? Speaking to his guest, he went on and said, I definitely don't think that the government should be involved ever in dictating what a comedian can and cannot say in a monologue. That's effing crazy. Joe, they've been doing this for years, man. People been banned off of YouTube for it by the Biden administration. And now you're going to come out and tell conservatives, hey, you can't do it whenever they do it? Stop being weak. Stop letting other people walk on you. You're crazy for supporting this because this will be used on it. Joe, it's already been used on everybody. Why are these guys so blind? And why do so many people follow them? You don't think that's you don't think that the effing globalist lizard people who run the world are sitting here going, great, what do we got? 3 years? We'll wait this out. We'll wait this out. Joe, they're already gonna wait it out. They're already gonna do it again when they get in power. It doesn't matter if we do it to them or not. What is this thinking that, oh, hey, we need to sit here and wait for everything? And then they're not gonna use it. When they get power, they're not gonna use it against us. They already are. I don't understand how Joe can think like this. Let him say the government should be involved in censoring people's speech. It's already happened, Joe. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid that people think like this. There are conservatives and Republicans even, they're saying the same stuff. They're saying, hey, we should wait. We should let Jimmy Kimmel go on his show, call us fascist, call us Nazis, and say it's okay to punch Nazis. It's okay to beat people up. Go, oh no, I can't believe that happened to Elon Musk. Oh well, he got his cars burned down. He had terrorism against him. Oh well. Anyways, it's gonna lead to this. It's gonna lead to stuff like this. I'm so sorry. Suspected eye sniper Joshua John's family breaks silence over Dallas shooting. Yeah, this type of, hey, they're all Nazis, they're all fascists. It's going to continue to be said by people like Jimmy Kimmel, pieces of shit like this. They're gonna commit their crimes. They're gonna say all that stuff, and we're just gonna keep letting them shoot us. I mean, this guy killed a migrant. What a loser! What an idiot! Dude can't even shoot the right guys. He shoots his own people he's fighting for. And this family, dude, this mom, dad, dude. Oh, what terrible people. They had a big TDS, and they got their son to commit a very bad act of violence that resulted in some man dying. That wasn't even his own target, dude. Just how it happens, you know. But anyways, I guess that's all I have to say about this. You know, I had more. It's been a couple days since I saw these articles, but my computer was all wonky and janky. It wasn't letting me do anything. Yeah, I had to reset it. Joe needs to do better. You know, I don't know what episode he said this on, but he said it to all his followers that, hey, it's okay for Jimmy Kimmel to come out here and say all this stuff without any consequence. It's okay for him to continue to up the ante on the violence and to continue to get people to hate more on conservatives. And in that thought, I kind of think Joe is he's partially to blame if you're defending people like Jimmy Kimmel whenever they up the violence and up the rhetoric. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. Okay, while I was editing, I came across this little article. I wanted to include this because it's kind of on topic. We were talking about Jimmy Kimmel, and it says here that he thanks Trump for record ratings after suspension. Um, big fan of the First Amendment. Shut the hell up. So, if you go down here, you can just read through it, you know. So I wanted to go over this part. He scored 6.3 million viewers, which is big, and it's up from his average of 1.4 million. So I guess all it takes is to walk over somebody's grave, insult that person, and lie in order to push your propaganda against the people. I guess that's all it takes to get 6.3 million views. Get an extra 5 million views. Jimmy Kimmel is a piece of shit. And I'm happy that these media groups, Nexstar and Sinclair, they stuck to their guts and they said, no, we're not airing that. Because why should anybody air that? It's disgusting what Jimmy Kimmel did. There's no accountability, and if there's no accountability for their actions, say, or how they target conservatives, then it's just going to continue to happen. We're going to have more people dying because of people like this piece of shit right here. Okay, finally, that's it. I'm done. Got nothing to say. Okay, now that my rant is over on Joe Rogan, I said that I would be reading a chapter a day. Um, when reading the Bible, you should reflect on what you say. I've gone back and I've listened to myself several times. And I've listened to the words that I said, and I think it's better to switch on over to something I can understand better, so that way I can understand the Bible itself. Of course, I understood the meaning behind the King James version, of course, but it's a little easier to follow along and reflect on the words. So thanks for sticking around to this part of the video. I'm doing this, and I've done the first 2 chapters on my last 2 videos, and I do this, kind of in honor of Charlie Kirk, trying to understand the Bible a little bit better and read it all the way through. So in this dedication to read a chapter every time I make a video. I might switch that over to every day, so I might switch in between some chapters on these videos and do some reading on my own, of course. I hope maybe if people start seeing my videos, they can also start following along and start reading the Bible themselves. Before I start, like I said, I am switching over to a more modern version of the Bible. Still have not bought one myself. Still haven't bought my camera. Just got through a week of work, and yeah. The fall. Genesis 3. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Did God really say, 'You must not eat from any tree in the garden'?" The woman said to the serpent, "We may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say, 'You must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die.'" "You will not certainly die," the serpent said to the woman, "for God knows that when you eat from it, your eyes will be opened. You will be like God, knowing good and evil." When the woman saw the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some and ate it. She also gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it. Then the eye of both of them were opened. They realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves together and made coverings for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord God, and he was walking in the garden in the cool of the day. They hid from the Lord God among the trees of the garden. The Lord God called to the man, "Where are you?" He answered, "I heard you in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." And he said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "The woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it." Then the Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me. I ate it." But the Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and all wild animals. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, you will strike his heels." To the woman he said, "I will make your pains in childbearing very severe. Painful labor, you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband. He will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate fruit from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat from it. Cursed is the ground because of you. Through painful toil you will eat food from it all the days of your life. It will produce thorns and thistles for you, and you will eat the plant of the field. By the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the ground, since from it you were taken. For dust you are, and to dust you will return." Adam named his wife Eve because she would become the mother of all the living. The Lord God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife and clothed them. And the Lord God said, "The man has now become like one of us, in good and evil. He must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. For the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had taken. After he drove the man out, he placed on the east side of the Garden of Eden cherubim, a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the tree of life. So yeah, that's probably one of the more popular verses right there. Uh, where was it? There you are. Whether your brow, you will eat your food until you return to the ground. From it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you will return. That's probably one of my favorite Kansas. Cool to see the Bible, its influences on things like music and whatnot. But yeah, that's chapter 3. Up will be chapter 4, Cain and Abel. Story of Cain and Abel, right? Right. I'm gonna read it. Okay, another post note. I'm working on my mic still, and I noticed that hey, it didn't pick up a couple words that I had said, so I'm gonna go over that again real quick. At the end here, it talks about returning to dust, and it just reminds you how much the Bible has influenced music, of course, and it established kind of the man's role and the woman's role, as men as the toilers and women as the child givers, bearers, and yeah, this is so far, it's pretty early stuff. None of the more interesting ones that I've read before have come up yet, but it is cool to know that's where the Return to Dust line is located, because I've heard it from the Kansas song, and I've known it's from the Bible for a while, so yeah. But this should be finally the end of my video. Thank you everybody for watching. Sorry about all my rants and all my bad editing, but hopefully as we go on I get better and the quality gets better. If not, oh well. It is what it is, right? No, it is what you make it.